So this is the deck we're using today. This is Psychic Drive Psychic. Psychic Drive is a pretty cool skill. We can give one of our high level monsters an extra 600 attack, and if we use it on Prima Katana, we can get back a level 2 Psychic monster from our graveyard back to our hand, which hopefully lets us refill our hand with bodies. Also, that 600 does let us beat over 25s, and we expect to be against a lot of 25s today. The rest of the deck is basically just use Jamp up to try and boost our guys up, get a ton of attack, and if our life points get low enough, use Esperard to clear things out of the way. Let's hand it over to Hyla and see what she's got for us. Alright, we will begin with a pretty passive start. I don't think we're really expecting anything bombastic on turn 1, but we are just going to go for the set 4 pass.
Interesting. That does give me an opportunity, though. I'll go ahead and bring out a couple of monsters, and then perform a tribute summon for Kime Ruler, the Dark Raider. Spectre Squall allows me to send 2 monsters from my deck to the graveyard. I'll send another copy of Kime Ruler, alongside a Yami Ruler, the Dark Delayer. Then, I set a card face down and swing in directly, ignoring all of those set monsters.
That might cause an issue, but for now, let's see what we draw into. Okay.
An issue for me or you?
That's debatable at this stage. I will go ahead and tribute 2 monsters and summon out the mighty Prima Katana. We're going to go ahead and tribute 2 more monsters and summon out Esperard. We're going to normal summon Magical Miracle, and then we're going to activate Jamp Start. So now I can put 2 cards back into my deck, which are going to be this one and this one. And I'm going to just increase my life points by 1,000 by taking back Candy. And then I'm going to pay those 1,000 life points, as well as activate my skill, Psychic Drive. I'm going to go ahead and boost up my Prima Katana by a further 600 points. Then we're just going to get a battle, and we're going to have a little swing. Let's see what you got. Okay, nothing there. We'll get a swing with this, and we'll get a swing with this. And we'll just pass.
I'm not seeing a ton of ways for me to go in there and find lethal. Though I guess I should think about it. Okay, I have thought about it. I don't have lethal. And that means, I presumably should just set some monsters.
The issue is there is a very annoying card that you could draw at any moment. Yeah, the issue was, if I don't pay the 1,000, like the only way I win is I have to either hope you run out of normal summons, or I have to get my life points lower than 1,000 to use Esperard to clear the way to get through. And I know you're on Shield and Sword, so there is a clock, like, ticking. So it's like, if I don't pay the 1,000, I'm just giving up already, right? So I was like, I have to take the risk, otherwise I just lose automatically.
I'm gonna go ahead and summon Kime Ruler, is what I would like to say. But I unfortunately do not have it this time.
Well, I don't really have any proactive plays, so we're just gonna play it cool for now, I think.
I'll go ahead and summon out the one and only Kime Ruler, the Dark Raider. Just had to wait a turn for him to show up this time. I will attack directly with Kime Ruler and try to clear out what surely are going to be low defense point psychic monsters. The only potential threat is a Howling Bird. But we'll go ahead and see.
Well, what I'm going to do is not going to be particularly interesting. I'm going to set a monster, and then I'm going to ponder what other monster I want to set. I think it's probably going to be this, and then I'm going to pass back to you.
my move. And I think I am going to establish a slightly stronger board here by bringing in the unequaled Ice Zark.
Ooh.
And I'm going to thin the deck a little bit more, sending another Urashima Warrior to the grave. And then I actually think I will send the third Kime Ruler. This allows me to boost Ice Zark's attack, and then added its effect by putting Kime Ruler into the deck alongside Yami Ruler. So now I actually have more boss monsters than I started with, and a full field of 2500s, reducing the amount of damage I take from your counterattack.
I think I have to do this. So I'm going to activate Jumpstart. And we are going to go ahead and put back Maginical Miracle and Watkis. And then I'm just going to grab back this candy for now, I think. Then, I think I'm going to set 1, set 2, set 3, and set 4. And just pass the turn.
Throw a card face down. And that is good enough for me. Let's just keep clearing out these boards so you're not able to get any wacky 7-card hands and win that way.
I think you should just let me get a 7-card hand. I think that would be fine.
That is a good point.
Oh. Alright, I think I really want this to happen, but there's like a good way to do it. Do I just give this up? Probably for the best. I think all we're going to do is set some cards. Are we going to do this is the question. I think we will. Alright, we'll go ahead and tribute 2. And summon out Prima-Gatana. Then I'm going to go ahead and activate my skill, Psychic Drive. I can boost up Prima-Gatana and add a card back to my hand, which is just going to be the Watkis. I'll go ahead and set this. Then I'm going to go to battle and attempt to clear out this Ice Zark.
And there is a card potentially even more terrifying than the Shield and Sword, which has been introduced into our format. And that is its reversal. The Sword and Shield, reducing your Prima-Gatana all the way down to 0, or in this case 600, while my Ice Zark, with 2000 attack and 2000 defense, keeps the pace. But that is not all. My Ice Zark on the field is no longer useful to me. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. No matter the operation, this Ice Zark is unequal. And by activating Spectral Squall, on the turn I summon a monster, I send 2 cards to the graveyard, and then increase its attack to 3000. Now, I have 3 high-level monsters in the graveyard. I'm going to return 2 of them into the deck once more, and revive the Kime Ruler. And with this, I now have a full field and a monster with more attack than your life points. I'll swing in with the 2 Kime Rulers to clear those monsters covered in shadow. And Ice Zark declares a direct attack to finish this off.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I legit think that even if I played like a slightly more serious Psychic deck, I still think Ice Zark is actually better than Psychics, like in general.
I don't know how the two compare like on a tier list, because I think both are just bad. But I do think with the matchup, Shield and Sword and Shield obviously put in a ton of work. When your monsters all have 0 defense, and mine all have 2000 or more.
Yeah, it doesn't help as well that we just don't have the traps in the format. Like, no negate attack, no widespread. We just don't have anything protection-wise. So as soon as my monster died to your Sword and Shield, I was like, well, the game is over. There's nothing I can do from this point.